As Trina Vega's saying, it's a city that's exciting, it's a city that's inviting. That's right, Chargers. Topic of today is Chicago! Let's start off with getting to know these future engineers.
Y'all know who I am, but just for clarification, my name is Konner. This is my senior year. It's my third year in engineering classes and second year in Mr. Lamy's class.
My name is Jamie Slee. I'm a junior. I've been in the engineering program for 2 years.
Hi, my name's Ethan. I've been on engineering courses for 3 years and I'm in my junior year.
All right, let's get this train a chugging. Choo-choo! With all this train talk, I can't help but wonder how the ride was to Chicago. I heard you actually rode a train there. Pretty interesting considering most would just ride a bus. What are your thoughts on that experience? Was it kind of fun for you or was it a little boring?
Oh yeah, it was fun. It felt we were up top and it felt like you were riding on an airplane.
Oh, really?
It was all kinds of scenery. It was pretty cool.
Oh, that sounds
A lot
fun.
of big windmills in Illinois that you could see, and it was pretty cool.
Connor?
It was really smooth and it went really fast, and we got the good seats for free. So.
Oh, nice. So, did any freshmen or sophomores participate in the event? I know that we got juniors and seniors here.
I don't think
no, I think
so.
it was just juniors.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so what was the objective whenever going to Chicago?
To not get lost.
So, I'm not really sure what the event was that you were going to. I know it was some type of engineering conference or something
It
similar.
was a trade show where companies would come and show off equipment they have or equipment they're developing
Oh,
for possible buyers to come in and buy or just to show off technology.
so what did you learn whenever you were at that show there?
I think a lot went over my head just because I don't have any experience with anything. But we went to a certain area where it was more high school orientated, and there was colleges there that explained stuff about their college or businesses that explained more in detail about their certain business, and that was easier to understand compared to some of the bigger businesses that were in other areas that were just showing off equipment.
Yeah, that sounds actually pretty helpful and educating. Jamie, what about you?
Well, I just like that we got to see all the up and coming equipment that might take over the future or something. There was a robot that could move a whole car. It was just stuff that you never would have thought that would have been there was there. So,
Connor, what did you learn?
I don't know, a lot went over my head too, but there was an astronaut there. That was pretty cool.
Nice. Did the group do any extra activities during the time you were traveling?
Yeah, we went to a baseball game.
Oh.
and then we went to an architectural boat tour too, where we went on the river, went out to Lake Michigan and stuff.
That sounds like two very different activities there.
And
It was
went to
very
Navy Pier.
different.
So any sightseeing other than what you saw on the train?
Me, Connor, and Josh, we went up to Navy Pier and we got on some rides there that showed us the skyline and showed us more out into Lake Michigan.
That sounds pretty exciting.
Got stuck on a Ferris wheel.
Oh no! Was that terrifying or were you just chilling?
I'm scared of heights.
Oh,
I
no.
was freaking out.
Well, you're alive, so.
Yeah.
With the information you learned, what are your plans with using that in the future?
Some of the colleges I got to talk to, one being Illinois Tech. I'm planning on going on visiting there this summer to see if it's a place where I want to go for college.
Connor?
I don't know. I guess to just what questions to ask people and how to go about it.
And Jamie?
I don't know, I feel like it just gave us a better understanding of what's outside of Pike County, what a big city is kind of like.
True, I know that, the biggest city kind of within reach of us is pretty much Evansville. And while they do have a lot of resources and, schooling there, there are cities that are way bigger than Evansville. And it's honestly so good to get out there and see what those options are. What were your initial thoughts on Chicago whenever you visited, by the way?
I think it was a lot bigger than what I thought.
Yeah.
It looked like two different cities kind of shoved together, And then it was a lot cleaner than what I thought.
Like there was just a bunch of people, like when we first got there was just like a bunch of different people speaking a bunch of different languages. It was just kind of overwhelming when you first, like you come from Pike County where we all speak the same and we all kind of act the same, and then you go to Chicago where you have people speaking different languages to different people, and
Yeah,
it's just kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah, a lot of different cultures that we're not really exposed to in Pike
Yeah.
County. So has anything changed in your perspective after going there? I know that some people kind of put their opinion on that already.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, showed me that there was a lot worse places to live. I could
Okay.
not live in a city.
Kind of either.
More of a country fella and country gal.
Yeah,
Definitely not Chicago.
a lot of Amish people there too.
There actually is though.
Wow. I honestly wouldn't have thought that. I feel like they'd be more in like rural areas, kind of like, we have down here.
They're like all at the train station.
Are you planning on any other events this year to do with the engineering group?
I don't really know if we have anything planned yet, but all that stuff just happens.
Are you like hoping for anything specific that you guys do this year? Is there anything you're interested in that you're gonna maybe mention?
I think there's a green power thing. I'm not in it, so, but it's they built like a little car, and they go places and they race. I think they went to Talladega last year. I think they're planning on doing something again later in the spring.
Yeah, I did see that last year, and honestly, I didn't even know that was something that went on at Pike Central. So I really feel like the engineering little classes we have here is honestly just, it's really beneficial to our county and the education of all kinds of different students.
There's one in November or December that they're going on. Because they were
Yeah.
talking about it on the trip.
What are you planning on using these engineering courses for?
I want to be like an electrical engineer or something like that probably in the future. That's what I'm using them for. But
So I actually am not very educated on, a lot of people actually are confused on what exactly an engineer is. I know what an environmental engineer is because I used to take some little classes on that, but what exactly is an electrical engineer?
they go into like houses and make sure all the wiring is right. Like if you have your house wired, you have to have someone come in and make sure everything's up to standards, and that's what they do, and just try to like better like the electricity and how much power is being used and stuff like that.
So like kind of coming up with new ideas on how to wire different houses and
Yeah, just making sure everything's up to the standard that they need to be up to.
either of you?
I don't really know what I want to do yet, but it's a lot of good problem solving and like how to fix like everyday problems.
Right, there are some classes I'm taking that aren't like necessary to learn about my career I'm going into, but they do show a lot of really good skills, like the radio and TV class. I'm going into entrepreneurship, and with the marketing I need, I think this is really going to help me learn how to project to a social media audience or something similar. And Ethan, what about you?
I'm wanting to go into aerospace or aeronautical engineering, which is design and building of airplanes or different spacecraft.
See, I've always thought that was really cool because I've always been interested in like everything that has to do with the Air Force. So that honestly sounds pretty exciting.
Yeah.
What would you say to people when you are advocating for engineering courses?
Just go ahead and do it, because even if you don't go into the engineering courses, it helps with like problem solving, like Konner said, and it just helps you understand more how everything gets put together, and I think it makes people like better leaders.
I definitely believe that and agree. I think that there's so many courses that you could take here that help you do basic skills that, kind of focus on a specific career, but easily can help you with a different one.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think it can help like broaden understanding. Like the Chicago trip, it put all of us in a new environment, and I think that can be good for a lot of people getting to go other places where they might not go on their own.
And with engineering, it's all about, coming up with new ideas, and so, bringing the class to those different areas somewhere new, I believe it could easily inspire someone. Konner, what about you?
I don't know. I'd say take them just because the people are fun. fun classes, and definitely like a lot of skills that will help you later in life.
Yeah, it's always nice to have a really fun class that actually does teach you something, because I know at some schools there's some classes that are just goofing around. You don't actually learn anything from them, but I've always liked that there's some classes here that while they're fun, they're very educational. Thank you for visiting Chat with a Charger today. We really appreciate your support. To our bright engineering students, we are so excited to see what you accomplish this year and in the future. We are so honored to have you share this experience with us and take time to talk with us. Have an amazing weekend, and remember, through hard times, charge on!
My name is Konner Simeon.